Welcome to Red Light Methods Group Power Plate class. Go ahead and grab an exercise mat that's hanging on the wall, and then grab one set of dumbbells and head to your power plate. As long as you're cleared to jog or run, then you're medically cleared to do a power plate class. If you want to take it easy, we have stools all throughout the studio. Go ahead and grab a stool and pull it up to the power plate. And that's an option. If you just want to hang out on the stool and place your feet on the power plate, you could follow along that way, and it's going to be your most gentle option. So always listen to your body, honor your body, and we give lots of options and modifications throughout class. All right, you guys, so the power plate has 3 different levels of vibration. I encourage you to start on the relaxed setting because that is the nicest, most gentle setting. The next setting is strength, and that's an intermediate level. It has a slightly stronger vibration. And the most intense setting is the massage setting, and that one's very intense on the vibration. So it's really important that you listen to your body, you start off slow, and we gradually increase the intensity of your classes. So we want you to stay safe and to get strong in a healthy way and work within your means. All right, have an awesome class, you guys. All right, guys, welcome to Stretch Method class. In this class, we're going to use a box, a mat, and a rubber band. All right, so locate that box, and we want to place it behind the power plate. But depending on your height will depend on where the box is. So for me, I moved the box about a foot away from the power plate because I'm almost 6 feet tall. So yours might vary depending on your height. Grab a red rubber band, and then we're going to scooch our tush all the way to the bottom of the box, and then find that lovely remote. We're going to use that quite a bit in this class. So lie down so your whole neck and head are supported on the box. We're going to place our right foot into the rubber band, and then the left leg is straight, and press the top button by the metal hardware. From here, we're going to go into big, giant leg circles. You might kick your neighbor. You'll make friends. That's okay. Awesome. So big circles one direction. So the object of these circles is the head of our leg bone, or our femoral head, is kind of gliding around in our hip socket, getting all that synovial fluid gliding and loosening up and stretching our muscles. In a perfect world, our entire body's completely stable here, and only that leg is moving in a fixed pelvis. Our left leg, the bottom leg, is on the power plate, enjoying those micro vibrations, helping to pump blood and lymph throughout the body as our foot makes contact with the power plate. Good. These big circles feel really good. Super good for our hip health and all the muscles around our glutes. Awesome. Alrighty, we're going to locate our remote here in just a second. Press repeat, top button by the metal hardware, and reverse your circles. Other direction. Big swivelly leg circles, and our leg is supported with that rubber band. Use your breath. Check in with your shoulders here. We want our shoulder blades to kind of glide downward towards the back pockets of our pants. And imagine the crown of your head lengthening out of your torso, so our neck is nice and lengthened here. And relax any tension. So check in with your jaw. Make sure it's separated so we're not clenching. And relax your face muscles here. Awesome. Enjoying our big leg circles in the opposite direction. Alrighty, we're going to take our leg up top, press repeat, top button, and we're going to go into a 60-second hamstring stretch. So grab that rubber band closer to your foot here, and then create a nice stretch in that hamstring muscle group. Allow the knee to be fully straight. Reach your heel upward as your sit bone draws down. Think of your toes reaching towards your nose, but not so much that the rubber band comes off and gets you in the face. That's not fun, so be mindful of that. Awesome. You can rotate your leg internally or externally, like by pointing your toe and knee to the opposite shoulder if that feels good, or turning the leg outward just to get the different fibers of your hamstring stretched. Good job. Use your breath. Alrighty, we're gonna locate our remote, press repeat, and then take your leg across your body. So the rubber band goes into the opposite hand as leg, and the leg will cross the body, but not so much that you rotate too much off the box, but you're gonna feel a nice stretch throughout that hip and your abductor muscle group, all those glutes and hip muscles on the outside of your hip. Good, getting a nice stretch here. You can add in a little movement if that helps, moving the leg up or down or from top to bottom a little bit, just to help get into that stretch deeper. Nice deep breathing, you guys. Relax any tension in the body from the shoulders or the neck or the jaw, because we sometimes can unconsciously hold tension there. All right, press repeat, and then take the rubber band to the same side hand as leg. Take your left hand, place it on your left hip to keep that hip anchored, and let the leg go outward for an adductor stretch, or we're stretching our inner thigh muscle group. Nice deep breathing. You guys are doing awesome. Taking nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Awesome. We're going to bring that leg up now and then switch. Place your left foot into the rubber band. Try to keep the rubber band as flat as possible and place it in the arch of the foot. Press the repeat button. Extend your right leg straight. And we're going to go big circles one direction. Cross the body, big circle down, around, and up. You're going to notice that your hip circles are going to feel different from one hip to the other, and that's totally normal. Try to keep your body as stable as possible here. Only the leg bones gliding around within your fixed hip socket. You guys are doing great. Nice big swivelly circles, massaging your hip socket and moving all that synovial fluid within the hip joint. All right, let's get ready to reverse our circles. Press repeat, other direction. So the leg goes out, down, around, and up. Big circles. Use your breath. So it's really important after your red light treatment to do some kind of movement. And that's why we do our exercise after the red light treatment. So whether it's a stretch or a walk or any of our classes using the power plate, it helps to move the lymph, which helps your kidneys and liver to flush any cells and detox yourself after your treatment. Really important to get the body moving. Nice deep breathing. Alrighty, we're going to keep our leg all the way up here. Press the repeat button, top one towards the metal hardware, and then take your rubber band closer towards the foot to make it more taut. Make that knee all the way straight here as we go into a nice long 60-second hamstring stretch. Imagine your heel is reaching upward energetically, so your heel keeps reaching up as the sit bone reaches down. And allow that knee to be totally straight. So we're getting a nice big stretch here in the back of our left hamstring. Use your breath. Awesome. We're going to take the rubber band into the opposite hand as leg. The leg will cross the body, coming into a nice abductor muscle group stretch. Those muscles located on the outside of the hip and the glute. You might rotate a little in the spine. You'll notice if you rotate in the spine more, you're going to feel a bigger stretch throughout your torso, versus if you keep your hip anchored, you're going to feel the stretch more isolated into just the glutes and the hip region. Relax your neck and relax your jaw and your shoulders. Just relax your face muscles. Nice deep breathing here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Awesome. All right. We're going to go ahead and press repeat. Take the leg to the outside. So the same side hand as leg for holding the rubber band, and that leg moves outward, stretching our inner thigh muscle group or our adductors. You can take your hand, same side, or your hand, one of your hands to the hip on the opposite side in case you feel like your hip's lifting off the box too much as well. Good. Use your breath. Awesome. Great job, you guys. We'll start to bring our leg up, and then we're going to take our foot out of the rubber band and gracefully come up to a seated position. Woohoo! We're going to take our box, place it back to the center stage, and then place a hand pad on top of the power plate because we're going to be placing our hands here. We're going to sit in a letter Z position. So letter Z, we have one of our feet on top of the other thigh. Place your hand on the power plate and press repeat. We're going to side stretch over here, keeping our whole hand and forearm on the power plate. And then rotate to the other side. So we're placing our hand on the power plate, stretching over in our side body, and then switching to the other side. Good. Use your breath here. The mermaid stretch feels really good for stretching into the side body and the torso. Feel free to stretch a little longer on each side if you'd like. Awesome. All right, we're going to press repeat. And keeping that hand planted on the power plate, rotate, place both hands on, and then bend the elbows and lower down and press up. We'll unwind back into a side bend, rotate, place both arms wide. You can bend and lower, feeling a nice rotational and torso stretch here. Feels really good. Feel free to hold any of these stretches or positions for as long as feels right for you. You can even add an extra twist if you'd like, taking your arm through the window of your other arm and your torso if that feels good. This really helps to loosen up all the muscles around your spine and the side body, muscles like your quadratus lumborum. Alrighty, let's switch and we're going to go letter Z position on the other side. So stacking those legs like a letter Z.
where you have one foot on top of the other thigh. Press the repeat button, placing your opposite hand on the power plate, then side stretching over, and then place the hand and forearm down and side bend. Awesome. We'll go back and forth a few times here. Use your breath. Placing the hand and forearm and elbow down, side stretching over. Nice deep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel free, as always, to hold any particular stretch that feels extra good for you during this movement. So always make all of our classes your own. Sometimes that pad will want to vibrate off too, so you might need to adjust that. All right, let's press repeat. Top button by the metal hardware. Elbows on, we're going to side bend over, rotate, place both hands on wide, bend and come down, feeling a nice stretch through that whole torso, spine, and side body. Move the back hand forward, come back into your side bend, and then stretch to the other side. Great job. Side stretch, rotate, placing both hands wide on the power plate, elbows bend. Awesome. You can even rotate and thread that hand through the arm and the torso. Unwind to your side bend, and then back to center. Whatever feels good here for you. Use your breath. Awesome job, guys. Good job on mermaid. We're going to come to standing. Place our left leg on the power plate, press the repeat button, and come into a dynamic hamstring movement stretch. So we're bending the knee forward, coming forward, extending the leg straight, lifting the toes, rounding the spine. Feel free to stay and pause and hold in any of these positions to stretch a little more. Use your breath. You can hold at any time. Nice deep breathing. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and press repeat, jump our back leg back, the right foot back, and come into a nice deep hip flexor stretch, still keeping that same leg on the power plate. Feel free here to add some arm gestures and rotations in your hip flexor stretch to intensify that stretch. Extending the arm up if that feels good, and then bringing the arm down, threading it through. Use your breath. So our back leg, we can engage the glute muscle of the back leg and pull the abs in, and you'll feel a deeper hip flexor stretch of that back leg, the foot that's on the ground. Awesome job. All right, we'll come up to standing. We're going to take our other leg onto the power plate, press repeat, and move into our dynamic hamstring stretch. Extend the leg straight, lift the toes, stretch around the spine, and then bend the knee forward, lower the foot, and lean into that stretch. Good. Use your breath. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel free at any time to just hold intensifying deeper into that stretch. You could take your hands down to the handles or the floor or the power plate, whatever feels good for you. Awesome. Your hamstrings are definitely a lot more stretchy than they were before. Press repeat. We'll keep that same leg up, bend the knee forward over the toe, jump the back leg back. Coming into our deep hip flexor stretch here. Option to rotate and open towards that bent knee, and then thread your arm through the window. Use your breath. You can just hold this stretch as well. Just do whatever feels comfortable for you and whatever your body is calling for you to do right now. Nice deep breathing. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and grab our remote, press the repeat button, and place both hands onto that pad on the power plate. And come into your upside down letter V stretch. You could bend the knees here, moving your chest towards the legs, and then come into a nice plank pose. Reach the sit bones back and up, upside down letter V, bending the knees here. And then deep, coming back into your plank, coming into a nice back extension, lowering the pelvis into swan. Come back into your upside down letter V. Back to plank. Lower the hips, spinal extension, look up. Feels so good to move our spine in all these directions. Come to your knees and press back into rest pose. Feels super nice coming into this nice stretch. All right, great job, you guys. You did it.
Now that class is over, there's spray bottles and towels. Please spray down your mat and equipment and just return your equipment back to where you got it. Have an awesome day.